Warning! The following video contains an alternate universe of the Godzilla franchise where all of the kaijus are anthromorphed. If you don't like it, then leave it be. I don't appreciate any hate. All of negative comments will be marked as spam. Have fun! Anthromorph Team Chapter 4 Bloody Rain. The dragon came out of his dark corner. Worthless creatures these days. I must always do my work on my own. He asked. His scales were black. He had long brown hair. He had short antlers. He had long ears. His clothing was half armored. He only was at the bottom and top armored. Anything else, just a normal clothing. He squinted with his blue eyes while stabbing his two katanas on the belt he's wearing. W girl, it will be joyful to beat the heck out of you, he said and chuckled. Back to me, I and Gigan cuddled together. We never came to our first kiss. Because before my snout could touch his beak, something interrupted us. We thought we already had some peace, and we got closer. But in this second, the door knocked. "Hey kids, it's time for wandering," said Megalon's voice behind the door. We got so annoyed, but we decided to join the wandering. So we got out of our cabin. Destroyer told us one last thing before we made our ways. Make sure to come back as soon as possible. It will rain later, the weather frog told us on the radio. Destroyer said, then walked together in a bunch of different creatures. After a time, I got really exhausted. While the others were still fit, I took the hardest time to breathe. My heart pounded faster and my leg many walking. We were on the way to the cliff to have a nice view, but the way was very up on the high. Gigan had to walk slower because of me. Finally, I collapsed. Gigan picked me up and walked further. Maybe we should fly? Jaya said. Good idea. We all can fly. And Gigan has W girl in their arms. Megalon said. Everyone agreed and they flied up. Bet you can beat me in a race, Mechagodzilla asked to Megalon. Wanna bet? He answered, and the two hushed away. Hey, not fun without us, Kiryu shouted, and so Jet Jaguar and Kiryu joined the race. Boys! We better join them. For watching who will win, Gia asked. Mothra nodded. Also the girls fly away. Now there was only me and Gigan. Let's fly to the cliff, eh? Gigan asked. I nodded. I still was so tired of walking. I laid my head on Gigan's chest again. As we finally reached the cliff, we saw the black dragon. He looked at the view. I expected you, W girl, he said. Instantly I knew who that dragon was. It was Lee Kurosaki. Lee? I asked. My father actually run a camp just like your sensei. He's on vacation for a while, so I have to take his place. It is so random to find out about you being in Japan. You shall not spread it all around our school. Otherwise, I'd rejected this opportunity, Lee explained. At that time, it started to rain. What do you want? I asked. Lee chuckled. I'm surprised you asked, he said and pulled his katana out of the belts. Vagonets, you were beating me down just because of little words, Lee said. He thought a little. Ah, I know. Ugly little bitch, he said. I growled. What did you just told her? Geigen yelled. After I fend off, she got even more crazier and beat me down, Lee said. Shut up, Brett, with a rude mouth like yours. Maybe you deserve that, Geigen yelled. Ooh, what are you, her boyfriend? I thought with her ugly look that she would never have a boyfriend, Lee said. I said shut up! Geigen yelled and attacked the black dragon, but Lee jumped above the cyborg and got with his katana Geigen's shoulders. Geigen screamed in pain. I wanted to attack Lee, but he pushed me on the ground. He turned around to give Geigen the rest. He stood in front of Lee and attacked him, but Lee crossed his katanas and sliced him on the whole upper body. I screamed, Geigen, no! Lee kicked Geigen out of the cliff. Megalon and Mothra watched the whole scene, just like the other creatures, and landed in front of me just to protect me from Lee. If you mess with one of us, Penelope said, you will have to deal with all of us. Gia continued. Lee moved backwards and ran away. All I had in my mind was Geigen. I ran the whole way down just to look for him. Any time later, I saw him how he used his fly abilities to not fall down while sagging on the floor. He lost so many blood he was in pain. His suits were ruined, and I saw that he had some saw on his bellies and his weapon. A few spikes on it broke. Even some of his free back's fins had cut parts. I wanted to rush to him. Stay where you are! He yelled. So he stood up. I am coming to you, he continued. He had the hardest time to walk. He was just a trembling wreck. Just stay right here, he said, while he walked further. As he reached me, he fell over me. I caught him. His weight ripped me with him to the ground. I got you! I got you! I got you! I got you! I screamed hysterical. I started to cry. It was all my fault that he had to suffer for things I did. Yes, I did beat up Lee during school, but he provoked me. And as if I ever got enough bullies around me, it was too much. The worst is that Geigen was ripped by the incident, even though he never had to do with all this. All I could say was, sorry. I cried, like miserable. Shh. Hey, Geigen said. Because of 2 slices of katanas, I will not die easily. Geigen panted. But it's still my fault. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be this injured. I cried. Geigen comforted me. Shh, It's okay. That's all worth it. He showed my head to his direction and kissed. I love you. He said and dozed off right where Mothra and Megalon found us. We gotta get help! I yelled. Calm down. He will be fine. Let's head back to the camp, alright? The others might have arrived too, Mothra said. As Dawn has told, we three brought Gigan in the camp. Everyone was shocked at Gigan's horrible condition. Destroyer led us to his cabin. While Jet headed off Gigan's wound, Destroyer spoke to me. Let him rest. You know you will be surprised that Gigan haven't a family. The camp is the only family he has. Just like the others, Destroyer asked. I was in shock. I found him in such condition like that. There he was, a hatchling. No signs for his family, so I took him up and taught him the fighting abilities. Times went by and we found Megalon in a less horrible condition, carrying an egg where Mothra hatched. Out of and so found the pairing PG and Mechagodzilla and about it, and Kiryu and Jet offered themselves to work with us. Kiryu's guardian and Jet, as you might see, the healer. Rodan is our messenger. Destroyer explained. Suddenly the door knocked, and I jumped at the sound. Speaking of the devil, Destroyer said and opened up the door. Rodan came in. Lee's on the way to us! He yelled. I knew that I had to take care of. Don't worry, I will handle this. I said. You? But he will just slice you like Gigan, Destroyer said. And? It's my fault after all. No, I better gonna take care of. And nobody else. I wanna handle this alone, I said. Did as I said. I got out and made my way. There my ways and Lee's had crossed. Look who decided to come voluntary, Lee said, and I got in my fight position. Lee took off his katanas. We both attacked. I blocked each of the attacks with my bare claws. Once I missed Don, he sliced my side and kicked me against the tree. I got mad. I could feel that the anger was overwhelming me. And each hit Lee got, my fur started to change in cyan. My whole color turning into the opposite of my colors, and I attacked Lee in a brutal manner. He could not control me yet. I sliced his cheeks off, but his luck came. He found a large puddle. He took one paw of mine and threw me with all of his strength against the water. The pain was real. I felt like thousands of fire ants climbed all through my body, biting me. I turned normal, even my colors, and moved myself back to the ground. I was weakened. Well, at least I tried. I saw everything blurry, but something seemed to attack Lee from behind. After my sight recovered, I saw that was Gigan. He hit off Lee's katanas and hit him down. Don't mess with my girlfriend, he said. Lee ran for surprise away. He thought he defeated the bird. Geigen walked to me and picked me up. I hope she stays now away from us, Geigen said and brought me to the camp. Maybe we should fly? It was Jaya, not Geigen. Oops. Bet you can beat me in a race, Megalon asked. What? Hey, not fun without us. My father actually run a camp just like you and your son. What? Oh, I have to do it all over again. My father actually run a camp just like your senpai. He is in a vacation for a while, so I have to take his place. Wait, why senpai? Again, if you mess with one of us. Oh. Sudden the door quack. Quack! So, you? But he will just slice you like Geigen. Oh, that's not Rodan who said that.